business owners and friends. My name is Sarah. I'm a current participant in the Options program run through Leeds Employment Services and funded by Service Canada. It is my pleasure to introduce Peter Fragascatos, Member of Parliament for London North Centre and member of the Standing Committee of the Foreign Affairs and the International Development. Peter has a political science degree from Western University, a master's degree in international relations from Queen's University, and holds a PhD in international relations from Cambridge University. Peter's prior experiences include teaching political science at King's University College at Western University and serving as a media commentator. His work have been published by major Canadian and international news organizations, including Maclean's Magazine, the Global Mail, the Toronto Star, BBC News, and CNN. Peter has a special understanding of the issues facing youth due to prior volunteer experience running a youth mentorship program. Peter has worked with many local not-for-profit groups such as the London Food Bank, the Cross Cultural Learner Centre, and Literacy London. I am excited to present Peter to you today to discuss further funding that empower their employment choices for youth such as myself. Please join me in welcoming Peter Fragascatos.
Sure if you, by the way, great job with the last name. Everybody at some point you did a great job. I'm not sure if you heard, Sarah is working with Tim Hortons. How long have you worked with Tim Hortons?
It will be a month on the 22nd.
Okay, and how's it going so far?
Great, I have full time.
It takes a lot to step up, and it takes a lot to put yourself out there.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that Leeds is helping you and that things are going well. I wish you nothing but the best. And thanks for the kind words in the introduction. Thank you to all of you as well for being here today. It's an honor to be here representing the Honourable Patty Hajdu, our Minister of Employment, Workforce Development and Labour. She was in town a couple months ago now, and has really been interested in so many things happening in London. Is obviously excited about the work that Leeds is doing, and this government is excited because we're supporting you in everything that you do. Going forward, we want to make sure that organizations that are giving youth the hand that they need are absolutely a front and center when it comes to building our society and our economy. I have some more comments on that, but I want to thank Good Life. You're obviously a partner with Leeds, and that's wonderful. That should be celebrated, but you want to talk about corporate social responsibility, which I think we should talk about. Good Life is a prime example. I know that you have contributed to autism research, to cardiac research. You are partnering with a number of nonprofit organizations, supporting organizations, charities specifically across Canada. Thank you very much for everything that you're doing. It's a London success story that's become a Canadian success story. I wish you nothing but the best going forward to Good Life. And it speaks to the point that government cannot do everything. Government must rely on good corporate citizens and organizations such as LEAD to help us do what we need to do to strengthen this economy. And a strong economy depends on a growing middle class. That's becoming increasingly recognized. This government recognizes that, but we also recognize that growing the middle class depends on supporting young people. And it also depends on supporting those organizations that are helping young people obtain job skills and vital job experience needed to succeed in the job market. There's also something else. We need to recognize that catch-22 that so often prevents folks from succeeding. This idea that if you have and there's obviously a great deal of accuracy with this, if you don't have experience, you can't get a job. But if you don't have a job, you can't get experience. So we end up in a cycle situation where if we're asking people to put themselves out there and obtain the vital skills that they need to have success in the job market, they can't do that without a vital first step. And Leeds is helping organizations, individuals do that. This is a problem. This catch-22 is a problem that is faced particularly by our young people in this community and across our country. Our youth are the future of our economy, so let's invest in them. Let's provide them with opportunities. We talk about building a just society in Canada. We've done that since at least 1968, and we need to continue to talk about a just society. A just society requires, most fundamentally, at least for me, equality of opportunity. When folks have equal opportunities, you can at least have a chance for that justice that we all deserve. This means, from an economic perspective, and when we're dealing with youth in particular, this means investing in job skills training that provide youth with a strong start. And that brings me to the SkillsLink program. This is part of a $330 million annual youth employment strategy. SkillsLink focuses on youth who face particularly strong barriers to employment, and it also aims to provide employment skills and valuable job experience that can help overcome such challenges. Or it provides skills training and experience that will equip our young people if they wish to go back to school, obtain more vital skills, and leverage that experience so that you can obtain a great position in the job market. Thousands of young people have been helped by the SkillsLink program, and we're talking about real people, real young people with real goals who deserve, and this is maybe the most important part of what I'm about to say, they deserve to achieve their dreams as much as anyone else in this country. And we have to recognize that and help them as much as we can as a government, but we do that by partnering with great organizations such as LEADS, who have the experience, the know-how, the wonderful employees. It's been great over the past 2 years now since I've been elected to get to know Wendy and the staff at LEADS. You have the knowledge. We're here to help as a government. And with that said, the Government of Canada is incredibly proud to announce $1,337,000 in support for LEADS Employment Services. Congratulations. This funding will help up to 154 youth to take part in a 13-week program, 2 weeks training, an 11-week job experience is how the program is structured and how the experience is structured. Job placements will be with LEADS partner organizations in various sectors, sales, services, hospitality, retail, and administration. It's about jobs, it's about the economy, it's about recognizing that unless we support our young people, all of our young people, then we can't build the kind of society where we're all allowed the opportunity to succeed and get ahead. Finally, I want to thank LEADS. I've maybe in effect already done that, but I want to emphasize the fact that government cannot shoulder everything on its own. We need to recognize that there are organizations out there that are doing incredible work. Wendy, I've seen your passion. One of the first meetings, in fact, that I took after being elected was with Wendy Lau. And we sat down and I was aware of LEADS already. Nick Steinberg's in the room, so I've known Nick for a few years now. I know he was with LEADS prior to his role with the City of London. Had the opportunity to talk with him about LEADS and what they do, but then learned further from Wendy and had the chance to get to know the staff, assist along the way, advocated for the organization. I'm thrilled that it's all come together here. There's something else. The project's duration is not just for a few weeks or even a few months. It's for 34 months, which is absolutely vital, which provides stability and predictability in terms of funding so that LEADS can carry out its vital work with young people and not worry about, well, how long is the funding here for? Is it going to run out tomorrow? It's predictable, it's stable, and it's going to be used by the organization to do its vital work. So once again, congratulations. It's great to have LEADS in the riding of London North Centre, the riding of the honour of representing in the Parliament of Canada. And anytime there's issues or concerns with LEADS or folks in the room just in general, the door is always open. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you very much.
I currently am at Tim Hortons at High Park. If it wasn't for LEADS making connections that they do, I wouldn't have the job I have today. They make you feel empowered. It feels like you're at home. It's a safe place. It makes you want to keep going. You don't need the experience. You can keep striving. You can do it. You just need to prove yourself. I have turned around and told all the youth I know to turn around and look up Leeds Employment Services. Go with the options program. You'll get a job out of it. Just prove yourself. You don't need to prove to anyone else but yourself. I've done it, and I'm pretty sure any other youth can do it themselves. Leeds, they look for between the ages of 18 and 30. It's a youth program. They pay you to be there. You turn around and you learn everything that you need for the job force. They even tell you the rights of a worker for you to turn around and you know your own rights. You know what you're entitled to do and what you're not supposed to be doing. You can do it. It's just the experience is what's holding everybody back. And with Leeds, they have provided that experience, opened up doors, because if it wasn't for Dominique making the connection she did with Kelly, I wouldn't be here.
Thanks, Sarah. Quite a testimonial, so thank you very much. I really want to thank Sarah for coming up and sharing her experience. She actually asked her employer if she could switch her shift today so she could come and be part of this event, so thank you for doing that. I know that wasn't anticipated or asked of you. At this time, I'd like to call on Wendy Lau to share a few thoughts. Wendy is our CEO, for those of you who don't know her, but I'm assuming everybody knows her.
Well, this is going to be an hour long. Well, thank you everyone for attending, and thank you to Good Life for hosting this. I'm here to thank everyone. I know that, especially Peter. I know Peter talk about me. Peter, I want you to know that you didn't have a chance the first time you met me because I blocked the exit door.
Yeah, I remember very well.
So, I even remember the first time when I talked to you, I said, I have been advocating, I've come to, several sessions with previous MPs, and they were very sympathetic and they heard. However, Peter, you heard your team and you ran with us and you made it happen. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you put words into action.
That's my job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, I just took another session with him.
That's true.
And my second part here, and I want to thank the second group, and then part of being a human being is just not thanking. There's this part of me saying, I wish. So I said, and when wishing is, I wish I was, when I was a youth, still as tall, I had the support and help of an employment specialist. I would have learned so many skills. I would have so less fears of the world. I had my first resume in my third professional job that I had when I applied to the ministry. I'm still not very good at managing my shoe budget. It would have helped. So you, the Leeds team, employment specialist, team leaders, and managers who really had to put up with me, and my admin team are dream makers. You put your suit on, and then you go out and you negotiate jobs. You make it happen. You come back, you change, you go on a work site, hot hats, steel boots, and you coach. And then you turn around, you're back in your office here, you're leading the groups. Like, you're dream makers. You make dreams happen. And you're so fast in your feet. I thank you. This would not have happened without the Leeds team. Thank you so much. So my other group is employers, the business community. You are part of our dream makers, where like Good Life support the talent labor force. You gave access to opportunities, you nurture them. So I was a youth once, right, Judy? I was young once. I remember that. And I started with Good Life at Nautilus. That was a long time ago, at Richmond Street. And they gave me a chance. They gave me an opportunity. When CanFit Pro came on, I was put as the first team with Judy and a few others. And you know what? It was 2 hours sleep, 3 hours sleep. Was it hard work? Yes, it was. But it was hard work with a smile. And it is just amazing to see how CanFit Life grew and Good Life as it is now. I have to patch. I have to honor Patch.
Who's here?
Sorry, Pat. Okay, Pat, I want to thank you.
I remember when you started. It was awesome.
I was youth then, Pat. I was youth. So I remember
Started when you were
we
10.
were when we were working really hard, and there would be Pat sticking his head in and see how we're doing. I remember one late afternoon or early evening, I was by myself in my room, and here Patch came in with a little, I still remember, it was a long time ago, with those earbuds, phone thing. And this is rare. He's holding on this bag of chocolate truffles. Remember? They weren't like that. They were really the germ. They were like 10, 20 years ago, and that was like, truffles with the dusting white sugar. He came in and he gave them to me, and he said, enjoy. And I'm like, oh my God. The depths of appreciation, it's still my memory bank, Patch, that I remember you holding on to that chocolate thing in front of me, and I'm like, oh. So it wasn't just chocolate. It's being appreciated, and that's how Good Life with Jane, who's really nice, so calm. You know, I'm hyper, it's like, you know, she's calming me down. And there's Maureen Hagen, who's always stressed when it can't fit. But there was never a time she would not hug me and say thank you for everything we do. And there's Judy. Judy, I need a break. I slide under the desk and I take a break. I still remember those days. So Good Life had taken me a long journey. Pat, Jane, the whole group nurtured me, brought me along. That legacy did not stop. It's carrying on. Look at the young people in this room. They carry on, and I truly appreciate and very grateful for the access you provided to our labor force, who's the most marginalized group in employment. So thank you, Good Life, and thank you, employers, for coming and attending. But I mean, Good Life will always be here because it nurtured me. Now that I'm no longer youth, it's still my memory bank. I still have memory. And I want to thank all the associates here. Michelle Campbell, thank you for coming. Karen, my auditor, I did good, didn't I? And all the associates that came to support us, and my board members who also put up with me. They have to hold their breath. And thank you for those that join us here. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Wendy. At this time, I'd like to bring up Melissa Malone, who's a representative of our host today, Good Life Fitness.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Maloney. I'm the Senior Divisional Manager for Good Life in London. And I'm really excited to be a part of this today. Wendy and I were laughing. We work out together at 6 a.m. so we don't normally look like this when we're in the same room. So at Good Life, our purpose is to give everybody an opportunity to live a fit and healthy good life. And it really does just expand into our work with leads. It's our opportunity to get into the community, to take part in community events, and really help to offer employment options for people, because we want people to have that healthy, good life in mind, in body, but also in just that wellness and that ability to be able to come to work every day and what that feels like every day. So we are so excited to have been a part of this. We've worked with Leeds for a couple of years now. Our success stories with our employees, we have one young lady at King and Wellington who's been there for 2 years. She's absolutely incredible, and we're so glad that we can be a part of it. And as this expands and as we're bringing in more people and more volunteers into our clubs, like I said, we're just excited that we're able to help, and that's what we're here for in the community, and really just trying to reach out and be a part. So thank you.
Thanks, Melissa. Once again, thank you all for taking the time to join us today. There's a few people I'd like to thank. James from Good Life, Ryan who works with Peter, and the Invin team at Leeds. They're the ones who really kind of pulled this together today, so thank you all very much. Thanks to Good Life Fitness for hosting, to Sarah for sharing her story. Wendy and Melissa, thank you very much. To our Member of Parliament for London North Centre, Peter, on behalf of Leeds, the Board of Directors, the staff, and more importantly, the clients and the employers we work with, thank you so much for this announcement, and thank you to the Government of Canada. It's very much appreciated. It'll have a great impact on the employability of youth, not only in London, but also the communities throughout Middlesex County. So thank you, everybody. There is a light lunch. We hope you join us. A reminder again, after you leave, hand your name tags back in.
3M.
3M, thank you. 3M also donated some product. It's just sitting in the back in boxes. We'll put them up. Feel free to grab whatever you want, and enjoy your lunch. So thank you all for coming today.